Black doctors are likely to be less qualified. This pastor wants to share why he'd prefer a white doctor over a black doctor. He should put it best, so let's watch.
When we moved to Texas, I needed to get a new cardiologist. And so my wife, she does a lot of this for me because before we had kids, she was an RN, and she knows a lot more than I do. And I let her read those books. She read some medical books. Yeah. And so she's doing the research and looking at these things, and she shows me two doctors, both with this within the same practice, same company, hospital, and saying, do you like one over the other? And one was a young white dude, and one was a young black dude. And I said, I prefer the young white dude. And this is why. The reason why is not because I'm white, but because we currently live in a historical moment in the West, and particularly in these United States, where I know that both of these guys could be perfectly qualified. But I also know that if there's a chance that one of them was not qualified and was given a free pass, it'd be the black guy. I know that young white guy, there's no way he got a free pass.
Sorry. This is a white privilege. Pastor Joel Webbon, he's the president and founder of Right Response Ministries and the senior pastor of Covenant Bible Church in Austin, Texas. I got a friend in Austin. I got to tell him to avoid this guy. I don't think they'll come across one another, but I'm going to be calling my friend right after the broadcast, and I am going to be warning him that this guy is in your community. Avoid him at all costs. The topic came up during a live stream on the discussion of whether Christian nationalism has a racism problem. I have to laugh to keep from crying or cursing them out. These people, do you honestly think these people believe what they're saying? I'm afraid in my heart of hearts, I think a lot of them do, Dina.
I think somebody who actually who has always had free passes just assumes everybody has. Let's be frank. You know what I mean? He's had it a little bit too easy. I thought Michelle Obama put it best when she talked about the affirmative action of generational wealth. That's what's happening. Legacies, right? We're in colleges. If your parents went there, your grandparents went there, you have a better shot than somebody else. People with wealth in this country, and they were often white, have had a leg up and free passes a ton of times. So, here's somebody who I'm sure had some as well. And, he just got complete blinders to his own privilege. So
he can't even pick his own doctor. He has to count on his wife, who I'm sure with his worldview is a second-class citizen, to find the right doctor. What happened to just looking at credentials, seeing who perhaps maybe has some experience that will benefit you health-wise? It's just so pathetic. Mm-hmm. It is just super pathetic. And I worry about people who get such a free pass and have so much white privilege because, listen, racism doesn't just hurt Black and brown people. It hurts white people too. It hurts all of us. Mm-hmm. If you believe that you are up against the best, the brightest, everything that's out there, because I think it makes you better. Competition makes you better. It's a healthy thing when it is healthy. Racism actually hurts white people too. I get stuck in traffic all the time here in the great state of Georgia, Metro Atlanta. Our traffic patterns and problems are due to racism too. White flight, metro system, people who didn't want it to be in place because they didn't want people of color coming out to their neighborhoods. And now we're all stuck. Sometimes we lose hours and hours each week. It hurts all of us. We know what it's designed to do, but people like Pastor Webbon think that he's better. He has this false sense of himself that I don't think is very healthy. It's not healthy for him, his family, his kids. It's not healthy if we're talking about curing cancer, other diseases. Don't you want everybody putting their heads together? Don't you want everybody working for the greater good? When that doesn't happen, well, we all suffer.